to know me. Never said today you approach me. I've been thinking about you and you only. And we just like to fuck, that's nothing else, you know.
What's good, y'all? So this video, I'm gonna be reacting to Omeezy. Anthony Fantano was in a racial chat room showing feet. I don't know what's going on, to be completely honest. I've seen like titles of videos, like DJ Academics going off on Anthony Fantano and Anthony Fantano exposed stuff like that. But I have no clue what is this about. So we got to find out. Let's just get into it.
Who infamously called Ian a and now he just kind of quotes that to death. That dude clearly had a few screws loose, but Ian really had no problem with putting him on blast to make him look ridiculous.
Did Anthony just say what I think he just said? Hold on, let me get into costume just to make this right. Hello everyone, Omar here, the internet's most unemployed commentator, and I'm here to tell you about Anthony Fantano.
Oh no,
apparently
I see your views. You is definitely employed, bud.
A racist. I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with the needle drop, aka Anthony Fantano, aka that white guy in glasses who commentates on different albums, different music, different genres. He's widely regarded as the authoritarian on this side of YouTube, really on all sides of.
What's this side? Which side? I'll tell you one thing. I've never watched like one of his videos like I'll like completely full out. But the simple fact that I don't know, just not mine. I don't feel like it's mine type of. You feel me? Y'all getting me? It just don't feel. I don't know.
Reviewing music.
Say what you want about Anthony Fantano, whether you agree with his takes or not, but you gotta respect the guy. You have to, because first of all,
I'm really not trying to. My fault. I wasn't trying to be mean because I'm weird. Not saying she's weird, but I'm just like she's doing a lot of like expressive things right now. I have like reacted to like compilations of his like takes or whatever. And I've seen stuff like he's rated certain like albums. But as far as like watching like an album reaction review or whatever, never really like sat through one completely.
that I've never heard in my life, and just a range of genres, right? Y'all don't do that, first of all. Second of all, every time he has a take or an opinion, he backs it up with facts. He's always talking about why he feels a certain way about a body of work, whether it's the production or the vocal performances. He has knowledge about how music is put together. Some of y'all like to jump on this app and just say, this album's made, and you have no explanation.
Oh no,
so
no,
whether
no, no,
you
no.
agree with him,
She's speaking facts though. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like mofos like at times are just biased. Some people, if you just don't like something, you don't like it. But I think sometimes people, there's like times when people won't even listen to an album and then they'll give like an opinion. They'll be like, "Oh, I hated it," and I'm like, "Are you just trying to like push a narrative? You didn't even listen to the album." Um, so I agree with that.
not, you have to respect the fact that he backs up his explanation and his opinions every damn time.
Holy glaze. Well, I never thought that I would be scrolling across the internet and coming across a tweet or a series of tweets about him saying some out of pocket, just downright racial things. Seems like another one bites the dust this week. I saw this tweet. In less than 24 hours, Anthony Fantano has been exposed laughing at Trayvon Martin's death with his alt-right buddies, caught saying the N-word with a hard R on video, and deleting posts from last night where he hinted Drake was a PDF file. This is what happens when white men
Never mind.
to be a part of a culture, just to grift off of it, and y'all let him sit at the table this long. But I dug through the tweets, dug through all the evidence.
Table. Where? Why do y'all keep saying this? Mofos is at what table are they at? I was not watching them.
Now now I am here to present to you all a video about Anthony Fantano apparently being a racist. Now, the original video that we saw at the beginning is depicting him seemingly saying two slurs, one to blacks and one to gay people. To give him some bail here, this is quoted. This is from someone else saying how somebody was talking specifically about him, so it is taken a little bit out of context. But I would think that somebody who is more responsible, like Anthony Fantano, would be able to know that he should not be saying these sorts of words. Like, you shouldn't be saying these things even in a quote. This isn't literary work. I don't understand why people don't understand not to say these things when it comes to quoting someone.
And I'm gonna try to keep this as short as possible. But I just don't get what is this like infatuation with wanting to say slurs. Like, I don't have this overwhelming desire to say slurs against any other group. I don't get it. Like, I'm so confused. Where I'm not like over here like, well, y'all say it, so I can say it. The fuck? What? I don't even like saying certain ones that refer to well, I'm gonna say nigga. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say nigga. But there, like other things, like very much, like very okay, not saying it. Um, but yeah, I just don't get that. And motherfuckers trying to make the argument about, well, if you say it, then I can say it, and I mean, you put it in music and stuff, so I can't. Y'all have no fucking self control, and you make dumb points. So.
White guy in a predominantly black space, and he seemed like Quentin Tarantino rolling those hard R's and F slurs off his tongue, man. Almost like he was years into the game of doing this. Now, if it ended there, we wouldn't be making this video, but there is more evidence about Anthony Fantano that is very, very damning, I'll say, to be quite honest with you.
Vegan invited me to an event that taught me about PETA's buying guy / neoliberal whiteness and Trayvon Martin. Okay.
Dude, fuck Trayvon. Sorry. I was thinking Trey Melvin. Trey Melvin. I had a big thing with Trey Melvin.
Trayvon Martin.
It's all these fucking black names, dude. I get confused.
Whoa!
Whoa!
That's worse.
Yeah, I said it.
Is this the male equivalent of Doja Cat being in those racial chat rooms showing her feet? Yeah, that is Anthony Fantano. That is not anything edited. That is him making fun of, laughing at Trayvon Martin, sitting with other friends saying the most out-of-pocket, outrageous things and just not saying anything about it. This is him as a grown-ass man. I don't want to hear those excuses in the chat. But yeah, that is Anthony Fantano. It was a meme review channel that he had from back in the day where he also was depicted having a cord wrapped around his neck while an image of a black guy with a white noose around his neck appeared behind him. Next, we can see a background image of another black person being choked right as Fantano says the words "choked to death." He's playing the specter of black, ending lives and deaths for laughs. Okay, well, I'm sure that has to be the only things that people have on Anthony Fantano as far as dirt goes. There can't be
The end of my YouTube.
Even if it was, that's bad enough. Like, I'm not advocating for bullshit, but y'all don't be like getting like some like trying to erase this shit off the internet. You don't try to expose it yourself. I don't understand. Why would you? What? You can say, you know what? I said something really stupid back in 2017 or whatever. Like, mofos just whatever.
lives and deaths for laughs. Okay, well, I'm sure that has to be the only things that people have on Anthony Fantano as far as dirt goes. There can't be
The end of my YouTube career for
The whole Alex is a thing.
real nibbas do stuff.
Who infamously called Ian a Harvey Weinstein. What's your opinion on Mike Dean producing the new album? I'm not even a really big guy, so Jigglypuff is a social justice meme featuring a loud, obnoxious pig of a human being who is screaming her brains out at the New Hampshire college date of Milo Yiannopoulos' Dangerous Tour. Another funny slew of social justice memes come about because everything they say is nearly brain dead. There's so many of these videos cropping up that all of the channels that are essentially just ripping off Sargon of Akkad's channel can barely keep up. And calling him a Brony says he's nice fave if he's a. That's what it's supposed to look like. You.
Yeah, That's brutal. That right there was part of an 8-minute supercut of people gathering information.
Well, okay, to me saying, do you want to scrub or say this or that? This, I mean, to be honest, I don't know how old Fantano is. Isn't his wife black? You know, there's more Kennys in the world than we thought. Listen, I was saying something about, you know, trying to wipe the internet clean or expose yourself, but I mean, he did. Clearly, the shit looked recent. And when I say recent, I mean within the last 5 years, and motherfuckers just didn't give a fuck. So what I'm going to gather is that his fans, his core audience, let your core audience stomach that. I'm gathering that y'all just didn't give a fuck. Y'all didn't care. Y'all probably saying it too. Y'all was all kiki ha ha ha. Thought the shit was the funniest thing in the world. Now I'm looking at y'all crazy. What's up? Bro was saying it like these. He said it 8 minutes of just saying slurs. It's crazy. I need to make sure I'm not tripping. This man wife is black, ain't she? Like my computer is acting actually stupid as hell, so I'm whatever. I'll look after.
That's a fair statement to say. And there's a bunch of excuses in which Anthony Fantano, his fans and disciples have used in order to shield him from any sort of backlash. As you notice, there were a lot of super chats or comments or tweets that he was reading from saying that, you know, these slurs came from quotes and he was just quoting the person who was saying these things originally. Now, again, I don't think that a lot of people find that to be a very valid excuse for saying these things outright. These things are still derogatory. They are
My Wi-Fi went out yesterday, and so it's a completely different day. But we gonna finish this video anyways. I don't remember where I was at.
has been terminated from YouTube. You know, we don't want that on the platform. We want to scrub that. He is still the needle drop after all.
So what happened? October 3rd, 2017. All of That Is The Plan's videos are removed and replaced with this video of his 20-second still image demonetization symbol. Anthony states on both his Twitter and his Facebook page that the channel is dead. On Twitter especially, Anthony discusses why the channel is dead and echoes these points in his Fader response video 3 days later. Fader had written a piece on how That Is The Plan panders to the alt-right. All the points made in the article are false, and Anthony explains how each point is ridiculous due to the points being made out of context. For example,
and the first shocking reveal is this photo. Is this photo of me during a video where I'm parodying Hobson fans? And the full reveal of this photo is this.
What is happening? What is this blurred? What does that mean? Oh, never mind. Wait, I kind of see it. I kind of see it with the shit and the.
The man is hanging himself with toilet paper. Toilet paper, not a noose. Which, if you didn't know, has been a pretty viral internet meme over the past year or so. Kids blowing up on platforms like the now defunct Vine, just kind of hanging themselves with toilet paper in the bathroom and like dropping off of their bathtubs. And off of sharing this meme, you're going to insinuate that I'm an alt-righter and that I'm racist and I want people, specifically black people, to be hurt.
Now, I'll give you that, Anthony. There are some memes that are definitely taken out of context. People shouldn't look at history that way. They should try to get the full scope and the full perspective and then try to make assessments and judgments, because that could have been debunked without even putting out some sort of article. There's definitely grace and there's place and space for understanding there. I don't doubt that at all. How that excuses you from the other just flat out racist things that you said, it really doesn't. It shouldn't. And people have all the context in that. Some were in quotations, some were out of quotations. You just said it. So therefore, you should still be held accountable for that. And also, you also had people like Sam Hyde, who we killed Doja Cat for. You had him on your platform as well. Is there any explanation for that?
And she's being called out for posting a photo of herself wearing a t-shirt featuring Sam Hyde, who is, by the way, notoriously known across the internet for his neo beliefs. In a now deleted and resized image, she's wearing a black graphic t-shirt of Sam Hyde holding.
I love Doja's music. She just be doing some weird shit. I ain't gonna lie, like, girl. Like, I really like. She can rap. I fucks with her. But just like this, like, what is this for? Odd.
firearm. The controversial figure has faced backlash in the past for his support to Donald Trump and the alt-right movement, and he's well known for donating $5,000 to Andrew Anglin, the founder of neo website The Daily Stormer. Doja has yet to comment anything about the selfie, but we can tell you people were not happy.
You think the police should treat people differently depending on their race?
Yes.
Why?
If you pulled up on a car full of 4 black guys at night and you asked them to roll their window down,
I go, yo, what's up, Holmes? Let's get something to eat.
what do you think would happen?
No, you're implying that they would be violent, but they wouldn't. They're good people.
Okay.
You a racist guy? Are you a racist?
I mean, I was about to say something when he was talking about, yo, what's up, Holmes, or whatever the fuck he was talking about. Because, like, let's be regular, talk the way you talk. You don't gotta reverse code switch. You don't gotta do all of that. But I like he called him out. Yes. Yes.
Differently depending on their race?
Yes.
Why?
If you pulled up on a car full of 4 black guys at night and you asked them to roll their window down,
I go, yo, what's up, Holmes? Let's get something to eat.
what do you think would happen?
No, you're implying that they would be violent, but they wouldn't. They're good people.
Okay.
You a racist guy? Are you a racist?
I got racial hang-ups. If I pick up the phone and it's Indian, I hang up.
I don't know how the keyboard warriors can really defend these things, and this is why this matters. It's interesting how Anthony Fantano is very much a hip-hop enthusiast. He's a guy of the culture. He's a guy who criticizes hip-hop and consumes a lot of, you know, the remnants of it, gets all of the pieces and the parts of hip-hop, the culture, the people in it, etc., while then simultaneously turning around and saying racial things on the internet and hanging around people who have racial hangups because they're funny. I don't know. That's
So this is what I said yesterday. Isn't his wife black?
if I was hanging out with a funny racist, I think people would think that it's strange and question me and my character. But I'm seeing a lot of defense online for him just because he's given favorable music reviews for their favorite artists. That shit is so stupid. It even makes it worse because Anthony Fantano has been seen on the internet in some sort of, again, attempt to be funny, I guess, TikTok video depicting or giving judgment as to who is black enough.
Kamala Harris was told that she's not black, and there was an outrage.
Sure.
I'm just, it's confusing to me why there wasn't a similar response by people like yourself, or like why what happened with Drake was treated differently.
Like whether or not I was outraged that that was the case.
It's kind of messed up, right?
Well, I mean, I think those were happening in two far different contexts.
Well, I mean, like Drake's like black. Right.
I mean, yeah, I can't deny that. Look, here's the thing. I'm not saying it's not faulty messaging. Like, you know, objectively speaking, like Drake's dad is black. Drake is black.
Anthony, it's not looking good for you in the light, but I do always.
I think that it's just not the right messenger for that conversation. It looked funny. It looked weird. It looked, you feel me? Like, that's the conversation for. And we could say the exact same shit and it would not be looked at the way it's looked at with him. I'm gonna speed this up because I'm yapped yesterday and I just no. I'm so sorry.
Always want to give people an opportunity to at least respond to themselves, because that's one of the most beautiful things about the internet is that everybody, for whatever reason, feels the need to speak on everything. I just do not get it, like why people feel the need to speak up. Oftentimes it makes them look much worse, but we'll see if that's what happens with Anthony.
Now, these are the same sorts of allegations that I have fought against and won before, and I'm happy to do it again because I have nothing to hide and I know they're not true. With Exhibit A, this clip right here, which has just been going absolutely viral, and here's my explanation for it. Early on in my YouTube career, I had some pretty lax views when it came to quoting the language of others, and my point of view was, what does it matter? It's not me saying it. I'm relaying a lyric or a sentiment or a point of view expressed by someone else. And the reason I'm doing so is to voice disagreement with calling people racial and homophobic slurs as a bit, which is what the original content creator I was quoting was doing. I would rather err on the side of caution and not hurt anyone by explicitly voicing language that doesn't exist in a vacuum, even if I am quoting it. And that's actually been my approach for a very long time now. I mean, this clip may be new to you, but it's actually almost 10 years old. If this was ever something I made a regular habit of doing, believe me, you'd be seeing more examples than this. And obviously say that I'm sorry, which I am in fact sorry about this. Now, there are going to be some people watching this video who will say, no, that's not enough. I know you're a racist. I saw a clip of you laughing at Trayvon Martin's death. But believe it or not, the way this clip has been presented is a lie, and it's been heavily edited too. I gotta say, the Drunken Peasants podcast where I was appearing in that clip is explicitly not a right-wing podcast. And in this clip that you just saw, I'm reading a super chat that is on the screen that was sent in by a viewer of the show. And the reason I'm jumping into reading it is that partially it is a dig at me, because on the show it's not exactly a secret that I'm an openly liberal vegan. And from there, here is what actually happens.
A vegan invited me to an event
invited
that taught me about PETA's buying guide slash neoliberal.
I cannot. This is what happened yesterday. I was overstimulated by this part. Why is he reading over the shit that's reading the shit? I don't know.
Yes, and Trayvon Martin. Okay.
Dude, fuck Trayvon. Shit, I was gonna. I was gonna say Trey Melvin, but it's no Trayvon Martin.
Man, you're so. You know what, Jeff? You're so right wing.
As you can see there, that is not the clip that is getting passed around. In this original clip, Jeff Holiday there on the podcast doesn't even finish his sentence. He apparently gets Trayvon Martin mixed up with someone else entirely, and I even call him a moron. Because that is obviously something a fucking moron would communicate. With all that being said, I realized a long time ago that I really do need to be careful about who I talk to and what platform I appear on publicly, because in the eyes of the wrong person, any association or appearance can be read as a deep tie or an endorsement of an idea that I don't fucking agree with.
I'm to the point where none of this is surprising to me. Look, I knew Anthony was going to have something to say about all these, and while I did believe that there was some sort of edits made towards the Trayvon Martin clip, just the insensitivity around saying things for the sake of them being quotes or whatever the case may be, that was clearly still there. He also addressed the Fader situation.
I will say the quote thing, that shit don't make no sense to me. I would never. I don't know. It's certain things that I just feel like you don't say. You feel me? It's one thing if you see a word, you say it, and you just have no idea what it is, what it means, and the whole time it's like a slur. And then you're like, oh shit, didn't know, my fault. But just saying, well, I was just reading it is the same sentiment as I heard the N-word in a song, so I said it. Bitch, you better bleep that shit out in your head. What? I will say, like, I guess he explained it well or whatever, but I think it's just a level of ignorance at a certain point. And I don't know. I really don't know. I just feel like motherfuckers gotta be more careful about the things that they do, especially if you're like in not, you don't even have to be like an internet famous person for it to like really bite you in the ass. But yeah.
Sometimes in that super cut where there was no quote Anthony, and I think that was just totally glossed over. But again, does it surprise me that these young white men, content creators coming up in the internet in the early 2010s had said things like this before? No, not at all. For me, this conversation was one of those, okay, I expected this, it's not surprising situations to me. I'm not falling to my...
I had no, like, maybe it's because I don't watch Bro for real or at all, that I was just like, I don't know, like, okay, but I feel like some people probably was looking at it crazy, like, what the fuck, what, all of that, and then his little fans were like, actually, it's because he said this in this way, and so you're dumb, I hate you. That was probably like the feud. It was a feud going on. Me personally, I don't know, the times now, the racist motherfuckers are showing themselves. So I mean, if this was just like straight clear cut, he said it and he felt it still, it would have shocked me now. It would not.
In Walmart because the needle drop is getting canceled now in Walmart. But what it does spark is an interesting conversation. Two things. Is being young an excuse? And two, how do people feel about pulling up old topics continuously and repeatedly? For me, as far as pulling up old topics continuously and repeatedly about your past that have been debunked before, this is the price of, and I don't even want to say fame, but just living life, experiencing new people, being shown to a new audience, etc., etc. It's your past, and it is a part of who you are and your story. You are going to have to address it, as annoying as it may be. And you could go the route of not addressing it at all. I found that Duke Dennis did that most recently when people brought up a case about him back in 2014.
Denzel
I want to say
Dennis.
he just ultimately.
His name is Denzel. What? That's really something.
did not address it, and it died down, which these things normally do, because a lot of the internet has a lot of fake outrage built into them. But at the end of the day, as you grow and people look through your past and your history, it's no different than if you go get a background check and you have something on there, or if you have a job interview where they're looking at your resume. That's your life. You're gonna have to respond about it, and as long as you've atoned for those sins that you've done in the past, you should be okay with talking about those things.
Listen, I'm gonna think. Have I had a? Oh, I did have a moment. It was around 2021. I would argue up and down on the interwebs about shit. I was very feminist. Feminist, pro equal rights, very much. I still am, but like not in the same way. It's much more like I don't know. I was like really like into that shit, like pro this, pro that, yeah, Black Power, like a little Black Panther power. You feel me? Like, are y'all getting me? A very much extreme on almost all ends. So I don't know. Might be some things somewhere.
I felt it was very weird when Neon got so upset that the Breakfast Club, albeit in a joking manner, was just simply asking him about his past. And quite honestly, a lighthearted.
Cause he is an internet troll that got trolled in real life. He got pressed. He ain't like it. He ain't like it. That's what these mofos. That's why you can't get mad at the trolls, bro. They are him. When they get pressed in real life, they're no. I mean, it was so long ago. It's like 2 months ago. It was so long ago, and I don't remember. And I've grown since then. And then, bro, motherfuckers be really bitch made on the in real life. But this screen right here, this keyboard, they feel like they Billy Badass could say whatever the fuck they want. No repercussions. Anyways, I feel like we've got the gist. He's wrapping it up. Yeah, I don't know. I like there was no emotional deep tie to him because I did not watch him. Am I shocked? No. I feel like it's a difference when you just like see somebody in passing or whatever, but as opposed to you like watching somebody faithfully or like them being one of your favorite YouTubers. I feel like that shit would hurt, and then you either would like hate them or you would start doing that, making excuses and being parasocial and weird. Um, and so I feel like I was in a very neutral position because, it is what it is. Obviously, I've seen that he's rated like my favorite artist stuff pretty high. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Who gives a fuck? What? We talking about racism in an album ranking? That's an opinion? Whatever. Anyways, I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I see y'all.